Okay, so today we are looking at Super Mario RPG Legend of the Seven Stars. This is a demonstrative review where I show how the game is played, as well as give my thoughts on it overall. So, we'll go ahead and start with this file here. It is at the end of the game, but there won't be any major spoilers or anything. Basically, this is a role-playing game where you play as Mario and some of his friends. You have basic 8-directional movement. You can hold the Y button to run because Mario always holds a run button. And of course you can jump. Now we'll go ahead and just go through this first area here. So yeah, you do enter and exit places by these sort of disconnected platform areas where you see there's like a part of the pathway that's just like juts out from the map. That's how you know you're going to an area. And this is the world map. And there are, this is like goes on to the next section. You can see like that. So there is parts to the map to go to. But let's go ahead and go through here because I think it'll give a good demonstration on what to expect. Let's see. If I go, there we go. This is the beginning of the area. So, in regular, typical role-playing games, you will touch an enemy, and you will go to a new battle screen. Now, these are a couple of extra guys, Malo and Gino. The guy in blue is Gino. And, so yeah, these are a few of the party members you get. There are a total of 5 people in the game, but I'm just going to show these characters. So what is showing here is your command options. So you have X is your items, so you can use these. These are like healing items and such. B is your defense. You can try to run from battle, or you can just go into a defensive move, so you will take less damage. Defend, typical type of commands. Y is your special moves, which I will go into a little bit, and then A is your regular attack. Now the thing about regular attacks is that there are timed hits to go into them. So if I say select enemy, I can do an attack. Of course, these are all end game characters, so let's go ahead and demonstrate real quick. I'm playing this on the Wii U, on the Wii U Virtual Console. So let's go ahead and just create a restore point for demonstration purposes. So if I do an attack and I press nothing, this will happen. So I did 144 damage. It killed the enemy, of course, because this is a beginning of the game area, and all these enemies are super weak compared to my end game level characters. So let's go ahead and restore that just so I can do Mario's move again. Now if I do a timed hit, which is I push the attack button again just as Mario is about to hit the enemy, and you see I do 2 punches and I do more damage. So that is and you also heard, well, there was a little jingle that went off so you know that you hit the correct timing. So there's the same thing there. And of course you get experience points and coins, which is the money in the game. So you can press X to open the menu, and you can look at your items, of course, for healing and such. And level 30, for reference, is the max level in this game. You can look at your special moves, your status. See, look, experience level is 9,999. That just means I'm at max level. Can't go any higher. And then these are my special moves. You can change your equipment, of course. I intentionally disarmed my characters so that they would do less damage, but still being the beginning of the game area, it's still not a big deal. So you do get different items. So let's go ahead and see. Here's the Ultra Hammer I can put on him. Malo. Okay, let's put on the symbols. And Gino will just leave unarmed. Special items, that's like key items. And then map, you can look at the world map. No biggie. There's no spoilers there. Star pieces. Switches, you can switch your party members. And then this little mini game you can unlock. But let's go ahead and move on. So of course you can avoid enemies if you so desire. Oh, this was a treasure chest, which had an item in it, but you know, I already got it. There is no first advantage or disadvantage on how you approach, on how you make contact with an enemy. So there's nothing there. You just touch them and you go into a battle. So let's talk special moves. There is a similar thing with timed hits on special moves. Sometimes the game will tell you what to do, and sometimes it won't. So like, let's do Geno Beam real quick. Here it'll tell me, hold Y for power. What it doesn't tell you is that you really want to release it when those 3 stars come up. So there is some timing to the special moves as well, but the game doesn't always tell you. And of course, regular attacks, for the most part, are timing just before you hit the enemy. So you want to hit that one like right before Geno releases his hand out there. He's kind of like a puppet character. So Mario, of course, he has his regular jump. And the timing on that is hitting the button again just before you hit the enemy. So that's pretty basic stuff. And in the level design, there are, let's get rid of this Goomba here real quick. In the level design, there is some platforming you can do. Or there is some platforming that is expected for you to do. Let's see. So there are different types of move, like the super jump. So the regular jump is just a single jump. The super jump lets you jump again and again, as long as you have the right timing, for as long as you can. In fact, there is a special reward for getting 100 jumps in a row, which is very difficult to do because it requires basically pixel perfect timing. So, oh, I didn't even do Mario's regular attack. So I equipped those weapons in order to show different types of attacks that you get. Well, so let's do another battle. I'll have Mario. Let's do a defense position. Mario will use a hammer. Yeah, so there are some different weapons which then require different timing. So learning the timing for a few different weapon types is the thing. So like Mario has, I think, about 3. He's got his unarmed sort of punching, but there are like some glove weapons that you can equip. So Mario still does the same kind of timing. It's just each weapon does have its own unique animations to it. So it won't look exactly like what Mario's unarmed punch looks like. And I should note, so Malo here, he's got a Thunderbolt move. So let's go ahead and do that restore point thing again, just so I can show different timing. So Thunderbolt here, if I don't press anything, it doesn't even give me a prompt of how to time it, but you saw I did 141 damage to all the enemies there. But if I time it to be, I guess, just as the Thunderbolt shows up, yeah, then you get the extra flash and does a bit more damage. So the timed hits are not required to hurt enemies most of the time. Sometimes there will be like a specific enemy that requires you to have timed hits. So like there's Geno's untimed hit. But so what I'm doing here is I'm just gonna time my jump. Let's go to the next screen. Oh. So yeah, here is an item box. And what it does is it had a mushroom in it, which just restored my characters completely. Full health, full flowers. That flowers down there, above coins, that's my in battle, it's my FP, my flower points, which is what I use for my special moves. So let's go ahead and use this. This is just to increase. So that flash there again was my timing on that. So these spiky guys, I believe, yeah. So interesting thing is, typical Mario games, you can't jump on spiky enemies, that would hurt you. But in this game, it doesn't hurt you, but it does 0 damage against them. So they at least have some different characteristics there. What I just did there, when Gino blocked that attack, there is also timed hits on defense as well. So when you are being attacked by an enemy, if you press a button with the right timing, then you will defend the attack and take less damage. So let's go to, let me see. Oh, the sewers, yeah, pipe vault. This should have some good demonstration here. So here's a pipe. To go on it, you have to stand on it and press down, you know, typical Mario stuff. So what we got here is some platforming elements. So I can fall in the lava, you know, and have to restart my jumping. But there is some timing, because if I hit one of these enemies, then, you know, I go into a battle. How can I waste a turn here? Oh, something else I was going to mention is FP, or flower points. They are shared between all characters. So I had 92 flower points there. If I use some now, I have 89, because the cost is there. This is next to that flower. 2, 1, 8, 12, 14. That's the cost of using that move. And yeah, so FP is shared between all characters. So if one character uses a special move, that takes away FP for all characters to be able to use. So you have to consider that. Each character doesn't have their own FP to use. Oh, so yeah, if I fall in the lava, I have to go back to start here. I could have jumped again, but I didn't. So yeah, of course you can avoid enemies. Let me see here. You know what, let's go into a battle. And I am going to simply use some mushrooms to waste a turn. Because I just want to show the defense timed hits. Alright, so let's create a restore point. So I didn't block there, and you see how Mario just sort of takes the hit like that. If I load the restore point here, do it again. That get a freebie thing, never mind. So yeah, with timing, I can take 0 damage or even have a miss. So the get a freebie thing is, there is timed hits again for items, and if you time it right, you get a freebie. The timing on that is, I don't know, it's either very, very specific or there is some randomness to it. I'm not sure. I cannot get it consistently anyway. Timed hits on attacks and defense, that stuff I can do consistently, but like timed hits on items, I don't know if it's always available like for every item either. So that one's a little finicky, I'm not sure. Oh yeah, and so enemies also will drop these extra bonuses for your character when you defeat them. So you got like attack up for your character, so like for that battle your character's attack power will just be higher from that point. And this game also has a ton of secrets in it, like invisible platforms, which you can jump on to find. There's also invisible treasure chests. So like some of these treasure chests are like invisible and they don't show up till you hit them. So just jumping in random places can sometimes give you a reward. And there's a little trick. You can slide under that one block. That is like a one place that you can do that. You can't just slide under blocks anywhere else, but you can do that there. There is a... If you look at my flowers, coins, and then frog coins are green coins that could be found throughout stages like this. There was a frog coin like underneath that block, and the only way to get it was to do that little weird slide thing. So yeah, frog coins are used in a special shop that only takes frog coins, basically, is the whole point of frog coins, which will get you some unique items, like such as, let's see if I have it, like Sia, which will let you, hold on, let me do this real quick. So, okay, there's a bonus that I just restored my HP. So, one of the things you can get from the frog coin shop is like earlier times, which lets you restart a single battle. So you can try to do it again if you like are doing terrible or you're gonna lose. You can do that. Or there is the Sia item, which lets you run from any sort of general battle. Of course, you can't use it on a boss battle, but the earlier times you could definitely use on a boss battle. And of course, here are these save blocks, so you can go here to save your game. And you can pick from one of 4 different save files. And here is Yoshi's Island, where there is some more stuff to do. There is a racing minigame where you race on Yoshi, or as Yoshi. But yeah. So, there are towns. I guess I should show a town here. The star icon you see rotating there, that is an inn. So you can come here to stay the night. Alright, so this particular inn will let me stay for free because of what I did here in the story. Here is a weird cameo. A Link sitting on the bed here. If I try to talk to him, it makes that jingle. Here's some little figurines of Mario, Bowser, and Peach. And let's see what else we got here. The mushroom icon here rotating is an item shop. So you can come in here. Let's see, there's 2 vendors in this one. So you can buy mushrooms to recover HP, honey syrups to recover FP, pick-me-ups sort of like revives, enable juices are, you know, they cure your status effects. If you're like poisoned or silenced, things like that. Here's another shop. Okay, these are like equipment shops. So you can get like shirts. Shirts are like Mario equipment. Pants are like Malo equipment. Gino, I think, has capes. But yeah, and here's some accessories. So jump shoes. So jump attacks against any foe. So say those spiky enemies you saw earlier. If you have jump shoes equipped, then you can actually do damage against them by jumping on them. And then antidote pin, you know, prevents poison. You know, typical things. Prevents sleep, and mute, which is silence. There's also, you can be turned into like a mushroom or a scarecrow, which if you turn into a mushroom, you can't do anything, but when your turn comes up, you recover health. So it sort of disables you, but it's not completely all powerful because you recovered small amounts of HP still. Being turned into a scarecrow means you can't attack physically, you can only use special attacks. So there's a thing. And fear attacks, it's just like it lowers your attack power and such. And of course you can sell your stuff and equip your stuff in here. So you can take stuff off. Let's see, do they, what kind of, well, they don't have any weapons to buy there. But yeah, this game has tons of secrets in it. So you can like go down someone's chimney to get like a secret treasure chest. In fact, there's a bunch of those secret treasure chests hidden around that there's a character in the game that will tell you how many of them you've found. I don't think it gives you anything for finding all of them, but it's just kind of like a cool thing to try to do. But yeah, I can't stress enough that there are secrets in this game. I'm not sure I can even mention all of them. There's a secret item you can get. Do I even have it? Yeah, sheep attack. This is a secret item you can get. It basically just eliminates enemies in battle, which don't give you experience points. So it's not a very useful item. But it's a weird item you can get. It requires you have to buy like a specific different item and then use it in battle a certain number of times, and then it creates this item. It's weird stuff. And of course, the frog coins and how you get them. There's also a bunch of mini games in this. So like the Midas River here. This is a thing you can go through. So there are a bunch of mini games in this as well. So there's plenty of variety in this game. I do not need instructions. But basically, you're falling down this waterfall and you can collect coins. And you go into these caves to like, they just have like funny little animations going on here. Some of the caves will do, you know, they'll drop items on you. The first time you go through them, of course. There are secret, or there's at least a few optional bosses. I would say there's only one secret boss, but there are definitely optional bosses. And side quests, plenty of side quests, secret areas. I just passed that cave. Oh well. And there would have been frog coins around here too, but I collected them already, so frog coins don't usually reappear after you collect them. Don't need instructions. So yeah, plenty of Mario type things to do in this role-playing game. The difficulty is, I don't know, I remember it being difficult as a kid, but once you know how the system works and stuff, this game's pretty easy. And I'm not, that sounds like something you could say about any RPG, but really I don't think so. I think it's even more so that this game is very, very, very easy. So yeah, those fish that are jumping at me, if I get hit by them, you know, I lose some coins. But, yeah. And of course, if I don't time it right, then, you know, I get knocked onto the other path. But that is that little minigame. And you can farm frog coins technically through here. But I've already purchased everything to purchase from the frog coin shop. Where is that? It's not... Oh, I remember. Here we go. The frog coin shop is located up here. So it's a little ways into the game. But this guy, yeah, he's all out of items. I think he even gets items as you progress through the game, so you can't buy everything. No, you probably can. Actually, I take that back. But yeah. Ooh, accessory shop. Okay, there's some more stuff there. I guess I've said all there is to say about this. But it's definitely a great game. Totally recommend it. Lots of things to do and check out within the game itself. If you have any questions about the game, you can go ahead and ask in the comments below. I'm just kind of going through an already cleared out area. I'll probably fight enemies if I go further in. But, yeah, so timed hits, you gotta learn those to get through the game, really. I mean, you could try to go through it without doing timed hits, but that would just be like handicapping yourself and doing terrible. Also, to note, when you level up, you can choose between, you can customize your characters a little bit in that you can choose whether they increase more in HP, attack, or special attack. So there is a little bit of character customization in how they grow out that way. Although there is sort of a optimal way to grow your characters, because when you level up, you're getting all your stats go up, and then you're given an option of which of these three do you want to increase more. And sometimes it'll be like, increase this one by 1, increase it by 2. But often, of those 3 choices, one of them will have a higher number than the others. Like 3 or maybe 5. So you can optimize your character stats that way, but you can still do an all HP, try to maximize your HP, or try to maximize your special attack or regular attack. So that's the thing. I think this file tried to go for the optimal route. But, yeah, I guess that's all there is to say about it. So, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.